Take it off.
We're going full kawaii mode tonight. No, just kidding. But sumimasen. Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how tonight goes. We loved it. Anyways, hello, all you BC WrestlePod nerds out there, and welcome to the 3.0, 4.0. I don't remember what version we're running anymore, BC WrestlePod, but welcome to BC WrestlePod 2026, y'all, and welcome to the, I would say first review, but technically this is the second, because my first review was on Thursday with Progress. But welcome to the first official Stardom review of 2026. The Oedo Bites are back in full effect, and it's not just me this time. I have an actual panel that is here. No,
Mikey has friends.
For real.
What the?
I see how it is. How dare they? No, in all honesty, though, it's not a BC WrestlePod review. It's somebody is having technology issues. Usually it's me. It's not me this time. I'm really happy for that.
No.
At least right now. So I'm praying to the wrestling gods that we can get through this without having an issue. But I am Mikey, also known as El Jefe. And, you know, I am leading the Oedo Bites tonight to get us through Stardom Dream Queendom. More on that in a little bit. But I am joined, of course, by Harabozilla JVL, who is very kawaii tonight. No, I'm super excited to indoctrinate, you know, the boys into the Church of Joshi.
Well, this is the funny thing, Mikey. I've been kind of like a passive Joshi observer. I've always known about it and seen the kind of like offshoots of it. Like I would say like the Protestant Reformation the Americans have done to it, but never fully gone hard into the home of Joshi. So I bow down and kneel to the altar of this. This is amazing. More religious metaphors. Keep going down this road.
Of course. And then at some point within this review, hopefully let the Joshi wrestling gods allow him to. Jesse is also hopefully going to be here, so that is going.
You missed his name. His name tonight was Braun Stroganoff.
Yeah, Braun Stroganoff, aka Jesse. Hopefully, will be popping in. And putting it on blast, the professor, love you dearly. How dare you not be here? But that's okay.
He wants to spend time with family before school starts. What a teacher.
Be like, how dare he? He's got to suck it up like the rest of us. No, I'm just kidding. No,
this isn't sucking it up. Mikey, this isn't sucking up. We get to talk about Joshi wrestling. This is pretty damn awesome.
That's actually pretty good. And we'll just make him owe us one a little bit later.
He owes us for everything else. Check out the AEW reviews.
For reals. Anyways, we replaced one bald guy with another. Love you, Betty.
Bald redhead as well.
That is very, very true. Anyways, but we are going to be here tonight to review Stardom's Dream Queendom, which is really interesting because it was the end of 2025, but in the calendar of the pay-per-views, it kind of sets a lot of things off, which will lead us into All-Star Grand Queendom in the spring. So I'm excited. I cannot wait to talk about the show, to talk a little bit more about, just Joshi, and I'm very excited because may or may not have twisted the arms of my podcast host. Be like, hey, so y'all gonna have to do some of these international reviews because it's not just me. And since they're like,
you twisted our arms, but you also didn't tell us there was so much to look at in terms of stuff we weren't used to. I can't speak for Jesse on this one, but there was a lot that I came at this with without the reference level for most of it that I was blown away by, and I can't wait to talk about that.
100%. So twisting arms in some cases actually works. No, but in all honesty, I'm really happy because I want a lot of people. Again, I have held to the statement all last year, and I'm going to continue with this year. Triangle of wrestling. Pick a U.S. promotion, pick indie, and then pick an international, and you get to see a lot of things and have a more broader perspective of wrestling as a whole.
But what if our indie is also international?
That is also very true as well. But you get a good niche of things. But we have gone on long enough, so let us just jump straight into it. Of course, if you have been following us forever, I don't got to tell you what to do. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. We love you. Follow us on Twitch or Kick. Follow us on your favorite social media site at BC WrestlePod.
We
have some merch with new designs coming in very shortly because I've been working on designs. Yes, we love you. And of course, CoffeeBot will do its thing ever so often. I gotta tell you, y'all have been here long enough. So link in the description for everything. And yes,
we love you.
You know what else we love? We love Stardom.
Yes, we do. I am in love with this promotion. I am in love with everything about it now. I understand so much more of the wrestlers that I've come to love over the last 5-6 years that are now at the top of their games in the American promotions. Like, I have so much more respect for it.
100%. And again, it's really fun for all the people that have come from Stardom. We knew they've come from Stardom, and now we get to see, all of them and respect them. And, we still got some folks who are currently in other promotions that are still popping in. We're going to talk about you, Miss Megan Bain, in a little bit, too.
Also, Miss B. Priestley popping up again. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, we'll talk about that because I will fill everybody in because, I'll fill everyone in. But first, hi.
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 I made it.
Yeah.
We love you.
All right, you're coming in great. So, of course, rounding out our... We love you. Rounding out
we love you.
Would you stop it?
I love you.
You're cheating on me. No, I'm just kidding. No.
We love you.
We cannot say those things. Anyways, rounding out our trio tonight is Mr. Braun Stroganoff himself, Jesse, who I'm very excited to also indoctrinate into the Church of Joshi. So, yeah.
The Kool-Aid was delicious.
Yes. I was just like...
He's sipping it right now.
And it should be kicking in 5...
The weird part is he's in a magic forest, so it wouldn't be that out of place.
Enjoy the mushrooms. Okay, where did I come in on? Are we still doing intro or what's going on?
Intro just ended.
Intro just ended because
we love you.
Shut up. All right, let's get this going because we're going to be here for a little bit. So we're going to talk about Dream Queendom. Again, I am super excited to talk about this with these two, especially because one of them has no context. One of them understands a little bit more, and I am indoctrinating everyone into the international brands this year. So this should be fun. So we're going to start off by talking briefly about our pre-show match because yes, there was a pre-show in this 5-hour long show, which was held by like when we got halfway through the card, we had like a 20-minute break. Also, I need to figure out how we get these trading cards for Stardom too. That's a thing that I want to start collecting now. I was like, they got idol cards now. What the heck?
Well, as opposed to like the magazines they all do every year as well, and a bunch of other stuff.
It's fantastic. But we're going to start things off with our pre-show match, which was a very fun tag team match. I'm going to just boot you out, I swear. No, it's happening in the text thread too. No! God,
this is what you get.
Okay, we're 10 minutes in now. This is going to be a bitch to edit. Anyway.
We love you.
We're going to start things off on a pre-show match. We have Emma Shima and Kikyo Furusawa taking on Ankanai and Mato Hamabe. See?
Try again.
What was that name? There was a lot of ha's in there.
All right, I can do this. So, pre-show match. Emma Maishima and Kikyo Furusawa taking on Ann Kanaya and Matoi Hamabe. Now that I'm not laughing every other syllable. I want to put a disclaimer here. I'm going to do my best. So that is all I can do. So this is our pre-show match. And again, just like its brother company of New Japan, we usually tend to get opening matches with up-and-coming Stardom talent or New Japan talent. New Japan calls them the Young Lions. These are the future stars of Stardom. And I have to say, even for the future girls who are looking to be in this business, in this company, when they are fully ready to debut, these girls hit hard. And I'm going to be repeating this the whole entire time. So I need people to understand this. Like, if you watch nothing but American wrestling, AEW, WWE, your ring is usually more bouncy for it. So there's a little bit more leave when impact happens on the mat. That is not the case for Stardom because these things are stiff. And especially because half the time, a lot of these shows are in sumo wrestling halls. So the floorboards that they use are not your typical, wrestling style mats. So you hear and feel every impact. So especially now it makes a lot of sense why after matches they give those packs to all the girls.
All the ice packs everywhere, yeah.
Everywhere. And it's just like, it's fantastic. But yeah, again, this was a kind of, I want to say, and this was our pre-show match. This was, a showcase of the future stars of Stardom. JVL, again, going into this, a lot of these folks are newer to us. But what did you think about this opening pre-show match?
Well, first off, hearing the commentary, Jesse, I don't know if when you picked this up on it, that like how green these girls really were. Like, third, fourth match they've had in the company, really over in their careers. And I was blown away by the intensity they were taking it out on each other with, to the point where like this set the tone for the rest of the evening where like there are no punches pulled. These are tough, tough women.
100%. And again, it didn't seem like they were super green. I mean, they could have fooled me, but
no.
Yeah.
The announcer kept saying they were, rookies, like true rookies, and I was incredibly impressed. They, didn't show any kind of greenness to me. I've watched, wrestlers with 5, 7, 10 years of experience not work nearly as well as the four of these women did. And something that I had forgotten about in this match made me realize it was not only the mats themselves are stiff, but they work very, very snug.
Mm-hmm.
But this match itself, I don't understand why it was on the pre-show. And I guess as I watch this more, I'll understand better. But this could have been on the regular card. This was amazing.
I will also say this reminded me of like, oh, that's right. In Joshi wrestling, the missile drop kick is not only ubiquitous to everybody, but it's damn near impossible to get up from because it's so hard.
And every time I saw a drop kick happen throughout the show, I'm like, I'm like, oh
yeah,
my back. But it would be Emma Maishima and Kikyo Furusawa who do pick up the victory. And then we get the official 5-minute long intro showcasing everything we're getting. You gotta love Japanese wrestling because Wrestle Kingdom did this too.
It's pomp and circumstance, and this year's been a big year anyways. But I will say the thing for the end of this too, Jesse. Did you notice at the end of this, like every match you got that time to breathe afterwards, to see the emotion on the wrestler's face, see how devastated they actually are for when the selling in this makes it all, you just get so much more sucked in than you would with a typical storyline.
I mean, I'll talk more about just my first impressions of Stardom once we get to like the third or fourth match or so. But I really did enjoy after the match. There was, actually either most time it was a celebration or a mutual show of respect. There wasn't like trying to force a storyline in here that didn't fit or trying to add some cheese or some hamming it up that we didn't really need. I'm on a food theme apparently. No, and it really it treated it more like an athletic showing, which is what it really is. This style versus the American style wrestling, which is less athleticism, more stage combat with bad acting in there. And as a fan of it, I feel like I've earned the right to say that.
Yes.
So, again, I'm looking forward to, because each match is just going to get crazier and better, and oh man, it's going to be so much fun to talk about. Looking forward to all of it. So again, we get like a long intro, pomp and circumstance, highlighting what to expect. And then we get the quote unquote main card officially started with our first main card, but second match for us watching it. And my God, talk about out the gate. So this was just a standard tag team match, right? So we had kind of faction on faction warfare, so to speak. You have, on looking at the picture here, on the left, you have God's Eye being represented by Shuri and Tomoka Inaba. So Shiori would have a very busy week ahead of her.
Oh my God. Oh yeah.
And tune in next Monday for that review to see how busy she really was.
Yeah, she worked Hurricane Hall like right after this. I can't even believe that.
After this, she worked the whole New Year's strew of Hurricane Hall shows for Stardom, and then decided to go wrestle in the Tokyo Dome. So
why not?
Why not, right? So again, God's Eye, which is Shuri and Tomoka Inaba, taking on Neo Genesis, which is being represented by Azumi and Starlight Kid, who I love wholeheartedly. Again, commentary putting over Starlight Kid as one of the only masked Joshi stars in Stardom, like ever. Which I love that.
Well, who's not a Gaijin? Because we had a Gaijin, wrestler later on.
Yes, we're going to talk about her in the Rumble, because that match was off the chain. And it was also the better multi-person match that we saw in the last week. Anyways, but more on that later. But yeah, my God. I was like, this is the first official match, and there's just like, bell rang and go.
Well, and also, nonstop. I had familiarity with Azumi from her stints over in ROH and AEW. She'd come over, so I knew what I was expecting there. This was ridiculous and not worked like a normal tag match either. Like, yes, there were tags in and out, but really it was two singles matches that just kept like changing dance partners. It was crazy.
It was almost like a tornado tag with a perfunctory tag in there when they fell.
And this was the first match also where I watched the referee really be involved to the point where they were jumping up on the turnbuckle to get out of the way of stuff going on. It was all chaos. It wasn't like, the choreographed American referees who are like just a little bit out of position or like there. They were like in like a real referee would be, right in the magic of it all and trying to get out of the way.
As soon as I saw Azumi and Starlight Kid, I was just like, oh, this match about to eat. Like, this match about to go crazy. And crazy it did.
And Shuri was amazing.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Homegirl had a busy whole week. But for those of you who are unfamiliar with Stardom too.
Is Shuri playing a heel?
So here's the thing, right? So technically she leans more... So here's the thing. So the factions can kind of set up babyface and heel, but Stardom doesn't put too much stock on lit. Now, of course, you do have your factions, which leads into my next point, because Stardom...
Like hate.
Yeah, hate is your big time, which we're going to talk about a bunch of them later in the evening.
It was their night.
It's been their whole year, to be completely honest, too, from keeping up with all of it last year, too. Like, Stardom is really pushing hate. But, again, if you are... I I know it sounded bad now that I
Hey,
think
AI,
about it.
pick up that clip and isolate that. That'll be the highlight,
No!
please.
Slow it down. Hate.
Anywho, but if for those of you who are unfamiliar with
We love you.
Stardom has most of their talent to be involved in one of the 7 factions. Originally, back in the day, it was only 5, but now there are 7, and there are still some girls in Stardom who are unaffiliated, but we might be seeing that change in 2026. And also, jumping ship to other factions is not brand new for Stardom either, because we have seen members change into different factions, betray others. Like it is a it's a lovely telenovela. But we have 7 factions. We have Stars, Neo Genesis, Empress Nexus V, which is a mouthful to say, Hate, Mi Vida Loca. I'm just like, there is a lot. There are 7 factions, and we love it.
Celestial Angels.
Yeah, Cosmic Angels is crazy. It's just like, and each of those factions is like made up of different talent that represent different things. Like Cosmic Angels are like your big time baby faces, and like the ones they're like the company girls, and then Hate is your big heel group. Empress Nexus B. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like what wasn't Mina Shirakawa part of like the Celestial Angels, or was she part of like something else? And I know Mariah May was with her in that or something.
Yeah, so Mariah and Mina, because it was just Nexus, and then it became Empress Nexus with Mariah and Mina, turning it into what it is now. And yeah, we're gonna talk about a lot of those girls coming up, but tag team match was fantastic. This was so much fun. Of course, Azumi and Starlight Kid would pick up the victory here, and this would not be the last.
Hard
For
fought.
real. They did not make it easy for those 2 to win.
The amount of like 2.999 kickouts this entire night was crazy.
I'm just like, all right. I was like, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be interesting. So, oh man, but Starlight Kid, we're gonna talk about you a little bit later because I'm like, oh boy, here we go. We're setting up our spring stuff.
Can we also have a shout out to Azmi's gear, which is clearly Buzz Lightyear inspired?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, including her glowing jacket she came in with.
Oh, so good. I love the presentation of these outfits. Again, when we get to the main event, you're gonna get one of these. Like, oh, presentation is important, and I love the fashion choices here. Alrighty, strap in because this is gonna be a mouthful.
Oh, but wait, before we even get to this, Jesse, I have to ask you this, because I noticed this starting in this match and then going through the rest. Once a contender or someone was done with their match, they were back out at ringside in like hoodies and stuff, adding to the atmosphere, banging on the mats, getting the crowd involved, but also every once in a while they would like get up to like further something, or they would catch all the people flying out of the ring. Did you see like everyone else that like had finished their match was sticking around the whole show? I don't think he did.
No,
You probably did though, Mikey.
and that's one of the things I love about Stardom too, because again, you could see all the girls who either already had their matches or weren't scheduled to be on the card in their Stardom like tracksuits, which I need to get one of those, by the way, with the Stardom logo, because those are nice. So
Right.
I love it because they catch the girls, because there is like little to no space between the ring and the barricades, which
The barricade. Oh, well, and then the chairs too. Later on in the evening too. But it caught my eye that it was like, you're part of this company. You're working here. You're not done for the night. We need you to be out there at all times, not only to catch and be safety, but also to get the crowd keep going with it. Like, it was great to have a cheerleader right on the floor.
It really, really was. And it definitely came in handy to save some of these girls from the crazier stunts that happened, like in this match. So, alrighty. Let's just get into this, right? So this is the Stardom Rumble. It always happens. We usually get some sort of Rumble, big time, thing. And the winner usually gets some sort of championship match at it, even though it wasn't explicitly said. But all right, here we go.
Right. This, and they said at the top of this was really for just Pride, but
yeah, but it can potentially and most likely will set something up, especially when we get to, the later half of the show.
Our final three.
Yeah. So in the Stardom Rumble, all right, bear with me because it's going to be a mouthful. So here we go. So in the Stardom Rumble, we had a lot of people. So in this match, we had in the Stardom Rumble, it was Yusuke Akaiwa, Huria Hime, Yuna Mizumori, Waka Tsukiyama, Saki Kashima, Rion, these one-syllable ones are bitty, Rana Yagami, CMLL's Olympia, looking all jacked, which I love. I was like, oh, yes, I forgot she's on excursion here in Japan. Let's go.
Well, and I remember seeing her in CMLL with the AEW show, and I was like, ooh, I know who this is.
She had some fun moments. This whole match, we'll get into these moments. This whole entire match was
the line of Boston Crab.
Yeah, so we will get into that. But so yeah, Olympia Momokoga, Miyu Amasaki, Mei Sera, Lady C, Koguma, Kyoka Kotatsu, Hina, Fugeki and Death, which we love.
Oh my god.
I love Fugeki and Death. We're going to talk about them. The Gaijin B. Priestley, which made my heart super, super happy.
Oh my god.
Azusa Inaba, Amy Sori, and of course, Akira Kurogane, and ultimately our winner, Miss Rina, as well. Whew, I got through that as best as I could. This match was so much fun, and I'm like, I need all Rumbles to be like this. Rumbles all need to be like this with ridiculousness.
It was insane. Well, it had the stipulations both of pinning, submitting, and also going over the top rope. Mm-hmm. You had the Tokyo Towers, Lady C. Where the hell did she come from? She was amazing.
So good.
And then you had Blair. It wasn't Blair Davenport. They said on commentary, someone who's broken free of the shell of Blair Davenport, B. Priestley, is back with us. That was such good commentary putting it out there. Olympia was all over the match. She was trying to temper her style a bit to the Japanese style and doing really well with it. But there were a couple miscues she had. But her flipping the entire line over into a Boston Crab line where she almost tapped out 9 competitors. Like, no, this was so good. And my little heart, the comedy wrestling of the Death character was insane.
Fugeki is so over with the Stardom crowd. They love every time she does it. And every time it got interrupted, you heard the crowd just boo.
They booed Rina. Or sorry, Hina. They booed Hina.
Uh-huh. Because it's just like, no, Fugeki. I don't know if it would ever work. But like,
well, Olympia got booed for kicking her and stopping her charge every time.
Again, Stardom is riddled in like idol chant and idol culture too, because we also had the bear too. It's like, yes, this is exactly what I need in my life.
And then you had Shuri popping up on the thing and like saying, like, "Don't do that! You don't get in that!" Like, and yelling at her for doing that. And then a couple people knocked her down, shoved her in a little like fuzzy thing, and then did the bear thing again. It was so funny.
100%. All right, let me bring him back in. Hi, Mr. Stroganoff.
Now coming to us from a different location.
Hi, I'm trying. I don't know what's going on.
It's okay. Anyways, we're talking about the Rumble.
I thought maybe the quality of the internet would be better here.
It may be. Who knows? We were talking about all the fun things like Olympia turning over 9 competitors and putting them in a Boston Crab and almost winning.
I wish she would have won with that.
Oh man, but this is what I need Rumbles to be. Like, this is exactly. It had some really fun spots. There were some fun moments. I feel like you can do this anywhere, but that's why
this is the best Rumble I've seen. I don't watch this nearly. This is the best Rumble I've seen since like 2020.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, full on. I believe you.
This was just so much fun. And like I said before, Rina does end up picking up the victory here. We're going to talk about Rina a little bit later. But, guys, I need everybody to prepare themselves. Because I was like, oh, this Rumble was fun. This was really, really cool. What do we have next?
Holy cow.
So this had a bunch of my faves, right? So this was just a straight up 4-on-4 match. This saw one of Stardom's newest factions meet Vita Loca, which is the team of Bozilla, Itsuki Aoki, Rina Yamashita, who I love, GCW, I love her, and Suzu Suzuki taking on, for the most part, Empress Nexus V, which is the team of Hanako, Senna, Micah, and of course AEW's own the Mega Sis Megan Bayne. As soon as I saw Bozilla and Megan Bayne on opposite ends, I was like, "Oh, this about good."
Well, and to describe their interactions in one move, it's the avalanche fall away slam off the top rope. Like how these two ginormous women beating the ever loving tar out of each other. I was a fan of Bozilla before. I'm a bigger fan of Bozilla now.
For reals. And the fact that she's only been wrestling professionally for 2 years too, I'm like, she's gonna be so good. She's gonna be so good. Get more years on her. Like,
Bring her into AEW to work with Megan.
seriously. This was just so much fun. Of course, we got a little bit of our Western because we got a double count out, but I don't care.
My, the only draw, like it was, I saw it coming a mile away, but in general, like you don't expect it here. And to see the disgust on all of their faces, like, what are you talking about?
They're like, oh, heck no.
Oh, yeah.
So, but man, everyone got a chance to do some really fun stuff. Again, I'm biased. I love Megan. I love Miss Rina Yamashita. Not only is she a good wrestler, but again, she can take a punch. She could do a lot because she was involved in some death matches when she was here last year for GCW. She's also popped in and done some stuff with DDT as well, which is another promotion that is amazing. And we got to see some DDT shenanigans at Wrestle Kingdom this past weekend too.
And Suzu Suzuki was ridiculous all over the place. She was taking every bump from everybody and just coming back for more, like Rhino. It was great.
I was just like, I applaud these girls because, like, it's crazy out here. But again, double count out for this one. I'm sure we're probably going to see smaller stories or them running it back at some point throughout the year. Some minor interactions. You know, we got the Cinderella tournament coming up, so it is ridiculous.
Maybe we see a Marina Shafir in the Megasis's corner as we're coming down up to that.
Oh my gosh, Marina and Stardom would be so good. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that we sent a AEW person over to do Stardom stuff for a little bit. I mean, we saw with Anna Jay last year in the tournament, which was a lot of fun to watch her do that as well. Willow Nightingale, like the world is coming together, and in 2026 we need that. So fantastic. I'm just
admire it, Mikey. Admire it.
I'm just like, I love wrestling, you guys, and this show reminds me. It was just like, again, it has been no secret to kind of get on my soapbox a little bit. It's been no secret that the last couple of months have been a struggle because everyone's schedules have been changing, mine included. So doing a lot of this, I'm like dragging through October, November, and into December. I was running on fumes. I was just like, we got to get through everything. I was hauling butt, and I was just like, why do I do this again? And then the last 2 weeks of not really just doing anything of watching all the wrestling I did, I'm like, oh, that's why. Never mind.
There is a reason we do this.
It truly is. And I was just like, this show has been great. And we still got another half to go. So let's keep going here.
Oh man.
So this next one's an interesting one, right? So it's not a debut, but it's a kind of re-debut. So this is, our Stardom girl who's been here for a little bit, Hazuki, and she is kind of like the mentor figure, kind of, to a re-debuting Fua-chan. So again, the backstory and commentary told us that Fua-chan is a internet celebrity of some sort. Yep. So I was just like, okay. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. I didn't do too much. Go for it.
How to do Logan Paul right?
Honestly, commentary said that there was some sort of scandal. I didn't dig too much into it, but Fuwa-chan, appeared in November, says that she's going to go away to do some things and to reflect, and then when she's ready, she will come back and not a debut, but a re-debut, and this is how it was. Fuwa-chan, you get claps. Like, girl, this was solid. And again, Hazuki is a very, very good opponent because she will take care of you. And again, commentary has made it known that, Hazuki is quote unquote training Fuwa-chan in the dojo as well. But this was so good. Fuwa-chan and those Shining Wizards, man. I was just like, yes!
Oh, they were beautiful and so snug.
I'm just like, I miss the Shining Wizard when it looks like this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
when it's actually deadly, like the move it should be.
For real. So I was just like, I get, like, we don't want to, like, knee on head because that would not be fun for nobody. But I'm like, you got to sell it a little bit crazier. And
every one of these women can sell it even better. They bend all over the place. Like, it's just, they make it look like death itself has hit them.
Oh, for sure. This was great. This was just really good. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm really proud of Fuwa-chan. I was just like, I love you. I love her. I was just like...
Well, and you're meant to feel that way, too, because you care about the fact that, like, it's not like some concocted storyline to the point of, like, this YouTuber came out of nowhere and now we hate them. No, this definitely feels like it's like this is a part of the personality of the person is, but really we're just having a fight here and these people trying to learn the business.
Yeah, I'm really proud of Fuwa-chan. And again, I didn't dig too much into everything about, what she did before this, but I was like, I want to see more of Fuwa-chan, and Hazuki, girl, you did the thing. So Hazuki does beat Fuwa-chan, but I'm excited to see more Fuwa-chan moving forward.
We all will. I cannot wait to see how she evolves.
100%. So after this is the moment where I'm going to stop and we're going to take a break because I forgot where in the show it actually happened. But they do let us know, be like, hey, here's some upcoming things that Stardom is going to be doing. Mm-hmm. And the big one is that American Dream is coming back during WrestleMania weekend. And I was just like...
Something good on WrestleMania weekend.
There is so... Oh, don't get too excited because the collective has already started announcing stuff. And I was just like, all right, so Bloodsport, Joey Janela's Spring Break, there's a Progress show happening. Gringo Loco is just Effie's Big Gay Brunch. Gringo Loco is having a specific like Lucha Libre like show. I was like, I was like,
It's a very packed weekend.
Yeah, so, and just add Stardom into the mix with American Dream, too. I was just like, oh my goodness. So, this is going to be a lot of fun. But they also announced that, for the next big event happening for Stardom is the Cinderella tournament, which is happening in March. So, stay tuned for that information at the end of this show. But let's keep this show going because...
Not only the match, but the aftermatch of this was intense.
Like, tens across the board. Like, and the story going into this is that Miss Steady has been on a kind of like a slump towards the end of 2025, and she needs to get back up there. And who better to do that than homegirl Natsupoi over here? I was just like... God, I was just like, see, we don't need matches to be made. We can have matches made outside championship bouts. I'm just
especially when you have someone that's like trying to get their head right in the game. It's crazy.
I'm just I'm just like, it gets one of these, like I do at AEW. I'm like, it gets one of those.
I can imagine you watching this and just Mikey going, ha! And then silent as you're watching for like 10 minutes, just...
I honestly, the next couple matches, I have like very little notes because, not to say the other matches I wasn't enthralled, but I was just like, I can't look away because I'm enthralled.
There we go.
So... Again.
The reversals on this, the pin reversals on this, the deep pins they were going for, and then the slaps back and forth, and like building and building and building with this animosity that was like not there at the top, but definitely was involved, was really well put together.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is so much. This is so good.
It was amazing.
Of course, Suddy defeated Natsupoi, but like you said, JVL, the aftermatch, I was like, and that's one of the things I love about Stardom. I was just like the intense emotion. I was like, I feel you.
Well, and going back and forth. So like Sadi, like it was like trying to cheer her up and trying to get her up, like, you know what, we're 1-0, and we went back and said we're still friends, and then she pushes her over. She leaves.
I was just like, more development. We love it.
Sari's back, and Sari's angry.
So it's just like, all right, here we go, man.
Here we
like,
are. Cannot wait for the next show.
I really can. And who knows, we might get some interactions during the Cinderella tournament and everything. So it's going to be good. Alrighty. So strap in your seats because these next three matches, they're all championships and each one just gets crazier. Like, so
go.
Exactly. So let's start off with the
holy crap, this one.
Goddess of Stardom Championship. So the tag team titles of Stardom. This sees, our champions of Hate and the aptly named BMI 200K, so which I love. Mm-hmm. I was like, shout out to the thick girls and thick people out here. So this is, of course, Natsuko Tora and Ruaka taking on, the Cosmic Angels being represented by Aya Sakura and Sayaka Kurara. Again, the Cosmic Angel girls won this championship bout by winning the Goddess of Stardom Tag Team Tournament, which was, throughout the summer, which I'm looking forward to covering this year because, it was crazy from what people have been telling me.
Right.
The moment this bell rang, ooh, man, like...
This was the only match where I thought a couple of those near fall kickouts were not earned. The amount of punishment they took, they should not have kicked out from. And it was a little unbelievable at that point until the ending of this match. It literally took me out of it a little bit because of how hard they were going at each other. And that's not a knock on the match. It was spectacular. But if you're gonna put stuff together like that, you can't have them kicking out from literally everything multiple times. You have to have a place where it actually works.
Yeah, and I think that I agree with you. I think that's the only big critique I have for this match. But other than that, this was a pretty solid bout still.
I want to see BMI 20K going up in like the AEW tag scene, like any tag. They are the dastardly blackhand version of the Bomb Angels, and they're ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know if it would ever happen, but I know she's in AEW and it hasn't been that long since she left Stardom, but I was just like, give me these girls versus the Timeless Lip Bombs. Like, I was just like, there you go. Stardom girls working Stardom. Let's do it.
Well, and that's the thing. Stardom and the Joshi style has affected so much of the industry now. They can go anywhere and work this style and not have to really change too much. It's perfect. And we talk about how women in these other companies are doing so much more than the men with such little time. This is why. They're trained better, they sell better, and by God damn it, they hit hard.
They really, really did. So, yeah, these girls were amazing. So,
BMI picks up the win.
Yeah, BMI picks up the win. Hate. This is not the only big victory for Hate this evening because we're going to continue with it. So
they won everything. It was Hate's evening.
It really, really was. And honestly, well, I'm gonna just let this picture be up here because when you talk about, listen, when I was getting the pictures for these cards like together, I was just like, my God, those traps and those lats. I was like, Miss Sayaida, I did not know that was your game. I need you in a perfect world. You and Jordan Grace would have mixed it up in some capacity. Who is the true muscle muffin?
Easily.
Lord, but In our semi-main event, this is the Wonder of Stardom Championship, otherwise known as the White Belt, as the
White
Stardom
gold.
fans like to call it. So, challenger Saya Ida taking on the champion in Miss Konami. God, this man.
Konami could not put her down. They couldn't get anywhere with it. And Ida was coming back and coming back and coming back. And it took a brutal hit at the end, and then that submission, and then she wouldn't let go. And you can see Ida in actual pain because she's holding her face stern, like, all right, break it. I tapped out, break it, because she's in extreme pain.
Yeah, Konami did everything she could, and she had to pull everything to finally be able to keep Saya down. But Lord, Saya did not make it easy.
Not at all. And she came back from a ton. She hulked up, took her to the limit, and nearly had this won.
There was a brief moment I was just like, oh my gosh, there might be a chance that Saya might actually win this. But lo and behold, it would not be her night because despite everything and a very solid back and forth, Konami would just inch out, being able to keep Saya down long enough to get that 3 count and to retain the Wonder of Stardom Championship. But
I was surprised it was by submission and not by pin because she had gotten a couple of those really tight pins on her a couple times.
100%. And for me personally, there's something I don't want to. Embarrassing might not be the correct word, but like losing to a tap out than a pin to me is like, as an ego, it would hit me harder than a pin.
Yeah,
honestly.
you had to give up.
I was just like, had to give up. And man, just Saya sold that frustration and that bitterness and that sadness at the end. I was just like, girl, we were so close.
She didn't believe it. It was quite amazing.
It's so good. Also, shout out to Stardom. I also love like the after we get people on the microphone. Like speaking of emotion, like the Cosmic Angel girls were crying.
Yeah, they were.
Like, oh my goodness. I was just like, don't, you're gonna start to make me cry. But
if only I understood what you were saying.
I was just like, Walker Stewart, I love you. You tried.
He did. He really did.
Shout out to Walker, though. I was like, this man is getting to do New Japan and Stardom, commentary. And I saw his picture. I was like, oh, he must be man is still in his 20s. I'm like, how? How'd you get this job? And can I join you? Like,
yes, Monkey. Soon you will.
Hopefully. Man, Walker Stewart's great. I love him. He's fantastic. And I look forward to seeing where this youngster, yes, I could say so because I'm much older than he is. I can't wait to see where this youngster goes with this commentary because he's fun. Alrighty, JBL, we talked about all these matches. Everything has been really, really good. Very fantastic, but...
Oh my God.
Woo! This is already on my matches to revisit for end of the year already because, Lord,
yeah,
Saya Kamitani is on a generational run right now.
We're less than a week away from this, and this was last year technically. This was 2025. It was in that zone though. Had we known about this, it would have knocked some of our best picks off when we were doing our end of the year stuff. My God.
Real. So, World of Stardom Championship, the red belt, the most coveted prize in Stardom. You have the challenger in Miss Sayori now taking on, again, like I said, on a generational run right now. In the current champion of Miss Saya Kamitani. Saya has been on a run, and Homegirl has, she is the star of Stardom right now. Not only is she in this match, but coming into this match, she's had feuds with the likes of, before she retired, of Mayu Iwatani, before she went to Mighty Gold. She retired from Stardom, Tom Nakano, as well, last year, at All-Star Grand Queendom, and I'm just like, girl is on a crazy and she is also another one that would have a busy week too, because she would be at Tokyo Dome later that week.
Well, and God love it, she proved why she was given that push and that thing. She was running rampant everywhere and taking hits that no one should recover from.
yeah, before we even get to this match, right? Like presentation wise, Saya, girl, like this is how we do wrestling character presentations. I need everybody to take notes for reals.
This is how we do it.
I was like, I wonder how many VHS tapes she had to destroy for that outfit. Because it reminded me, I was like VHS like strips, like the stuff that are inside VHS tapes.
You mean film?
Yes, film. Yes, that is what we call it.
We'll just be kind and we will rewind.
Yes, but God, what a main event! Oh Lord.
There were so many back and forths, and I thought the match was over. Either woman came out of this, either one was going to win to me. I could not tell who had the upper hand, even right to the end with the back and forth pinning predicaments, and it just came right down to one final mistake, and we have our champion retain, and hate continues on, even with Hina coming up afterwards to friggin', or Rena, they're twins, I forget. Rena comes up to like basically ream her out, which is even funnier because she's in her faction.
Rena is I think, is going to get a really, really good push in
She needs it.
2026. And also, not to mention that Starlight Kid is also throwing her name into the mix as well. Like, I'm just like, man, we got some fun challengers going into the spring.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good.
Like, I cannot wait. But yeah, this is.
I came away from this entire night not understanding how much I have been missing with the American product. The athleticism, the heart, the complete, like I was keyed in the entire time. There wasn't a point where I was ever like, oh, this again, or I'm bored. It was insane to sit through this and see what we are capable of when the gloves are off.
Oh my goodness. And honestly, that's my biggest reason of why I wanted all of you guys to be a part of some of the international coverage that we do here. Cause I'm like, and it kind of started during the summer when, you know, I exposed the AEW crew to the CMLL talent when we did the crossover with Grand Slam Mexico and everything.
Well, and you and I have been watching, you know, Wrestle Kingdom every year for the last 3 or 4 years. So like we had that like basis to drag people over with.
Yeah, and I'm so happy with Stardom, and I'm gonna say this with all the international brands because, funny enough, the reason that we really started covering this international brands is because it started with Adolfo because he wanted to do CMLL, and I was like, okay. And then me and Adolfo and Will fell even more in love with Lucha Libre in Mexico. Then Andrew was the one who brought over Progress and Rev Pro. And of course, like you said, me and you like did Wrestle Kingdom last year and the year before that too, because we were keeping our eyes on New Japan. But yeah, the international roster for 2026 is crazy because Progress, Stardom, New Japan, CMLL,
Maple Leaf Wrestling, Mystery Wrestling.
Yeah, so it's just like, and that's not to mention all the other lots of international smaller promotions out here that we see clips of on the social medias like DDT, TJPW is also where it's at too. Like, there's so much good international stuff. TNT Extreme Wrestling in the UK as well is really good.
The biggest thing we can say to everybody that's watching is take the time to actually find these feeds. Some of them are even online for free most places, and just take in something that's not so polished or not so processed. Let yourself enjoy what this art form and this sport is, whatever way it makes you feel, because that'll energize you to watch the other stuff and understand why it's taken those routes. Yes, dulled them a bit, but it needed them because the American style of wrestling no longer is wrestling. It's storytelling in a possibly bad way, and it needs a resurgence of people that know how to work the other aspect of it.
Mm-hmm. So, bottom line, go check out an international brand and fall in love with something. It's fantastic.
And if you need recommendations, ping any one of us. We all watch them, we all enjoy them, and now we're bigger fans of them.
For reals. So, that is it for us here at the Owedo Bites tonight. I am super excited. Now, unlike, you know, the US-based promotions where they have weekly televisions, we're going to be back every month or every other month with the big shows. So we will be back covering Stardom once again in March, middle of March, specifically, we will be back Monday. Let me get this date right because I actually have it written down. We will be back Monday, March 16th to talk about the Cinderella tournament for Stardom. So this is one of the yearly tournaments that Stardom does. Again, winner gets a championship match of their choosing. And usually this is where we get some really, really fun stuff because then the next big thing is All-Star Grand Queendom sometime in April or May, which is like the big spring show. We got lots of stuff for Stardom because this year we're covering the Cinderella tournament, All-Star Grand Queendom. The summer, we're looking at the 5-star GP, which is the Stardom version of the G1, the Goddess of Stardom tag team tournament. Like, there's just so much going on. Like, I cannot wait to be back here. But we will be back Monday, March 16th to cover the Cinderella tournament. But JVL and I will be back together, well, tomorrow for AEW, but also next Monday for New Japan as well to cover Wrestle Kingdom. I'm super excited.
We just talked about that.
It's gonna be so much fun. Well, yeah, and just kind of spoiler alert, 2 of the girls who were part of this show would both be heading to the Tokyo Dome. So Shuri and Saya Kamitani would be heading to the Tokyo Dome, and one of them would be walking out as double champion because it was a title match for the IWGP Women's Championship and the New Japan Strong Women's Championship. So tune in Monday to hear about that match and who ended up walking out as the victor, as well as what the rest of us thought about the Wrestle Kingdom 20 and how many tears we shed watching that hour-long goodbye to Hiroshi Tanahashi, because my God.
They say that the platform he was riding on is still trying to get out of Kurikan Hall.
Amazing. So that is going to be us on Monday, which I'm excited because it's going to be myself, JVL, Benny, and surprisingly, Minnie is going to be there as well as he signed up to cover New Japan, which I'm excited. I was just like, yes, indoctrinate him into other things.
I'm going to have to miss that one, Mikey, I guess. I got some family thing that's been on there because, totally,
Don't do this to me. Anyways,
we love you.
But it's exciting. So we got lots of fun stuff. And again, we're back to our regular scheduled programming. So this week, it's all the stuff that you hopefully love throughout 2025. Tomorrow evening, the AEW crew is back at it once again to be covering New Year's Smash and the first collision of 2026. And, of course, then on Wednesday, it's the doubleheader of NXT and CMLL. And then Friday, it's TNA. And then again, next week on Monday, Wrestle Kingdom 20 for New Japan. And
just some small indie show. But let me tell you, next Monday, I got to get all the news reports because in the last 48 hours, New Japan shit has gone crazy. Like, we have people leaving for a little bit. We got factions breaking up. Like, it's wild out here. So we're going to cover all that on Monday and what that means. So this is going to be nuts. Drama. Say the drama for the llama. But that is going to be it for us here at the Oh What Oh Bite. Thank you so much for tuning in. From all of us here at BC WrestlePod, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, stay iconic, and more importantly than anything, you always deserve to finish your story. We'll see you tomorrow for our AEW review at 6 p.m. Pacific. But until then, sayonara, adios, and until next time, peace, and we love you. Catch you tomorrow.